Day to you. How are you? It's me, Dr. Benji. Welcome to another FM14 video. Yeah, it's good to be here. It's another Challenge Tuesday too. It's Tuesday, everyone. Let's hear it for Tuesday. It doesn't really work when you're doing a video. I'm going to be bending crotchets, so you know where this is going. You've already seen the title, but this has got a twist. Okay, no league football whatsoever. I'm going to cover the Champions League run. Obviously, today, Liverpool play in the Champions League for the first time in 19,000 years. So I thought we'd try and, Liverpool's my team. It's time to try and make it 6 times. So come with me on a journey as Bendon Crotches. Okay, so let me be clear. I'm not going to play any league games. I'm going to holiday the league season, and I'm going to take the squad that's given to me. So any injuries that happen in the league season, anything like that, fine. They'll happen. I'll be forced to deal with it. The way I'm going to look at it is Champions League only. I'm going to play the Champions League games. The next thing you'll see will be the draw. I love that, by the way. Manager movements. Brendan Rodgers out. Brendan Crotches in. Oh, a distraction, but a nice, funny distraction. So that's how we're going to do things. Just the Champions League. We'll see how far we get. Let's get into it. So here we have it, the group stage. Now, Liverpool are in the third part, as you know. It's going to be impossible to get the same group that they've actually got in real life, but we'll all try our best. I'm just looking at the groups just beforehand. The toughest group will probably be like a PSG or a Dortmund Juventus teamed one of these big boys. The easier group would probably be, although they're not like bad teams, either Porto or Benfica mixed with their Moscow or Basel. Obviously the teams with the lower coefficient. Relatively confident with whoever we get, but a little bit nervous. So I'm just going to click through. We'll get to the exciting bit in a minute. So let's see which groups are pretty tough from there. Okay, we can't go in the City Bayern. We can't go in Chelsea Shakhtar because we can't go in PSG Arsenal. So there are a few groups there. Group B is looking pretty tasty. Group A would obviously put us with Real Madrid, which would be interesting because that's happening in real life. Ooh, okay, we can't take any of those 3. So these are quite tough. We're going to have some tough games regardless. Okay, that's the one we wanted to avoid. So I'll take that. That's not too bad. Juventus and Benfica. And who's going to finish off our group? Of Monaco and... Ooh, okay. Well, this is... Okay, that's a fair group. I think we've got a chance of qualifying from that. So we'll do our best. There are the groups. Benfica, Juventus, and Austrian Vienna. I think that's how you say it. If I don't, or if you don't, I'm sorry. I've tried my best. Okay, we'll go into the first set of games. I'm going to play 3 games, and then we'll see how we are at the halfway stage of the group. I thought I'd do a highlight package because, I love a highlight package. The first goal, Mignolet comes out of his area, just faffs around, kicks it straight to their player, and then straight after that, fails to make makes one good save and then fails to make a save, and then puts Benfica 2-0 up, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. What a run this is going to be. We're going to be out in the group stage. Then a Lima own goal puts us back in it, and then a Daniel Sturridge cross. So you may say fortuitously back in the game, but boy, did we take advantage. Daniel Sturridge wins the ball back in a really sort of advantageous position. They dally. That's what they do. Sturridge just set free, and he scores an absolutely sublime finish to make it 3-2. And that's how it finished. And I was loving it. We were second in the group after one game. The game was relatively even. We had slightly the better of it, but only slightly. The next game was against Juventus, and Daniel Sturridge scoring the only goal. And this game, again, relatively even. This was going to be the tougher game, but Juventus have never been that good in the Champions League, not for a while anyway. The Italian team seem to struggle in the Champions League, and Juventus proving that is the case. The next game was against Austrian Vienna. Joe Allen scoring the first, nice neat finish, and the second from Alberto Moreno. We know he can score from the left back. We've seen him happen in real life. Anyway, that's that. They didn't have a shot on target in the whole game, and it's time to see how the tactics were. What was it like, Ben? What happened? So then, as you look at our group, you can see we're currently top. Obviously, you've seen from the highlights that we've won all 3 games. We've beaten all 3 teams, apart from the Benfica game, which is a little bit tricky, relatively comfortably. I think the biggest result was obviously against Juventus, but we were at home. We do have to go away to Juve, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. In terms of the tactic and the squad, let's run you through that. So we're playing with retained possession, short passing, work ball into box, play wider, higher tempo, and hassle opponents as our team instructions. The fluidity is on fluid, and the mentality is on standard, but I change it between attacking and counter. I like to do game management. I go like during the game, I like to change it up depending on what's happening. Our backline's never been particularly settled. Manquillo, Sacco, and Moreno have always been a part of it, but we've actually played Toure, Skirtle, and Lovren at centre-back next to Sacco. down to injury, down to a bit of rotation, down to match fitness. Mignolet's been okay for us, apart from the first game against Atletico, where we had a little bit of a messy time. And I'm playing two. I just want to know what about Lucas. Obviously, Steven Gerrard is out injured at the moment. He's been out for a few games. So Lucas is playing as a ball-winning midfielder. I was playing Steven Gerrard in the Regista role. But because he got injured, I had to drop him, and I just brought in a different kind of player, really. Lucas just breaks up the play, gives it to Henderson and Allen, and they do the rest with Coutinho. And I'm playing two box-to-box midfielders, something I've never done before, but it just seems to work. Henderson's stamina and natural fitness are both 20, and Allen's are both 16. So they are the perfect couple of players to play this sort of box-to-box midfield role. And in the Champions League, at least, it seems to be working really well. Ahead of them, Coutinho or Sterling. For the last game, it was Coutinho, but it really depends on who we're playing against. If I think we can get out the team, I tend to play on counter with Sterling, just because the pace of Sturridge, Balotelli and Sterling really does hurt teams. And Balotelli and Sturridge themselves up top have been really good. Obviously, we've got Lambert and Barini on the bench if needs be, but so far not been needed. So we'll get into the next three games. We'll do another little highlights package, and I'll see you over the other side. So then, more highlights. The first goal, Sacco. We beat Austrian Vienna again, 1-0. Once again, they didn't have a shot. So in 2 games against me, they didn't have a single shot. 63% possession, I'll take it. Moving on though, back at Benfica. This went well again. I'm really pleasing that Sterling got a goal this time. I subbed him in because Sturridge was out with a hamstring injury. So it's time for Sterling to shine. The group has been a lot easier than I thought. That game actually meant we won the group. We couldn't be caught. That was game over. Although we did lose to Juventus 2-0. Llorente scored after 1 minute of the game, which is disappointing. And then an absolute cluster mess. Vidal score to make it 2-0. So that was how it finished. We'll talk about the group now. I won it. So that's the end of the group stages. Excellent news. They've gone really well. We beat Juventus, we beat Austrian Vienna, which we expected to do both times. 4 clean sheets, and a really good comeback against Benfica, which was definitely the highlight of the group stages. We will now move on. The squad is looking okay. Their Premier League form isn't great, I'll be honest. But as I've mentioned before, I'm not in charge of that. So yeah, whatever. We've got the draw, and I've ruined it. We've got Roma, which isn't that bad actually at all. I was going to make that all dramatic, but because I pressed continue and forgot what I was doing, I've stuffed that right up. Can we see the next part of the draw as well, or is that all we get to see? I think that's all we get to see. So we've got Roma. We start away from home, so it should be good. Let's see how we get on against them. So in the first leg, we came away with 4 yellow cards, but a Daniel Sturridge goal, and that's what mattered. It was the difference. I thought Roma would put up a little bit more of a fight, actually. The goal is a bit fortuitous. A slide tackle into the path of Daniel Sturridge gave us a 1-0 lead going into the home leg back at Anfield, and we did it. Arguably the red card changed the game. It started off there with an Ashley Cole penalty of all the people. Slots it in. Luckily he was standing with his teammates for that celebration, so not as embarrassing. But Ricky Lambert, the main man, pops up and puts us through to the quarter-finals. Let's see who we get. So, with that win against Roma, that takes us to the quarter-final draw today. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we get a relatively easy team. Looking at the draw, my word, there's definitely 4 strong teams on one side, and us, Moscow, Benfica, and Monaco on the other. So I think I know who I'd quite like to draw. And let's... City, Arsenal. Chelsea, Liverpool. Oh, dear. Okay, well, we're away from home first leg. So that's the advantage I guess we have there. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see how it goes down. It's fair to say the first leg hasn't gone to plan. They start pretty brightly. Remy from a corner. Loic Remy, of course it is, of all the people. And then Felipe Luis pops in a penalty. And I'm already at this point, I'm worried. My mood doesn't improve when Ricky Lambert gives it away. They're in again. Willian on the rebound. 3-0. And that's after about half an hour. Luckily for us, Daniel Sturridge does pull a goal back. So, I'm thinking, we're back in this. We're back in this. Come on, boys, we're in. And then they score another tap in. Remy again with the goal. Emre Can, though, late doors, scores a second for us. Maybe, just maybe. So as much as I don't want to admit this, I figure that we may be near the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to live com this, but I'm going to cut it up so you don't see all the boring bits. If anything major happens, you'll see it. Can we break? We need the goals. That's not going to cut it. Every time they come forward, I get nervous. They've hit the bar and it's cleared. Flipping heck. We're playing attacking, but it's just not working at all. It's time to go a bit more gung-ho, I think. Second half, boys. Come on, 2 goals needed. Not against Chelsea. We only need 2. 2 away, or because we've got 2 away goals, we only need 2. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Oh, big save. Okay, we're doing it. We're overloading. Come on. Surely. Surely not. Oh, cleared again. Oh, Loic Remy's away. Who's he up against? I don't fancy whoever it is. Chances. Oh, Moreno's pretty quick. Oh, that's not a good... That's going to be bad. Oh. 10 to hooks. Time to push on more. I'm going out with a blaze of glory. Forget this. Come on. Just a goal. 1 goal. We're back in this. Come on, boys. Oh, what is that? So bad. Remy's in. Oh, don't do it now. Oh, how many chances are they going to have? No. This can't be the end. Not like this. No. Ooh. Come on, a goal now. Come on, Ricky Lambert. Oh! 86 minutes. That looks like it's going to be it. The dream's over. Chelsea march on. They're a very good team, to be fair to them. And all the damage was done in the first leg. So a 0-0. We've not done it. A quarter-final appearance, though, not too shabby for Liverpool's return to the Champions League. I think you'll agree. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I will see you next time. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. It's time. It's the best moment to do it. I've got loads of videos coming this week. From me, Dr. Benji. Goodbye. Don't forget, guys, if you've got any suggestions for challenges, please leave them in the comments below. Next week's challenge will be decided by you.